there, welcome back. This is Cusp of Beauty Tarot, doing cusp readings for November 2019. I'm doing them a little early for November, so hopefully you enjoy that. The energies sometimes come before and after the actual month, so, take it as you will. This particular reading, this particular reading is for the Taurus-Gemini cusp. If you're wondering about if you're a cusp or what exact cusp dates are included in each cusp, you can go to the tab that is the About for my channel, and I've listed all the cusp dates there for you. If you have a friend that you're wondering if they're a cusp and they should be seeing these, their dates could be there too. But do check your other signs, even if you want to just check your cusp. It's always good to check your moon, rising, Venus. I will be putting other things out there, so please subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll get other pick a card readings as I do them, and the new cusp readings. So with that, let's go. Taurus Gemini, what's going on for you in a relationship that you're thinking about, November 2019? Where you are right now is the moon in reverse. How you see your person is the Six of Swords in the reverse. How you feel about them is the Ten of Pentacles. Where they are right now is the Hierophant in reverse. They see you as getting over something here. They feel about you the Ace of Swords, and the collective energy between the two of you, the connecting energy, is the Queen of Wands. Potential obstacle is the Queen of Pentacles, and advice would be the Tower. Potential outcome is the Ace of Wands in the reverse. And under the deck energy is the Two of Pentacles. So we're going to keep that here, okay? So let's see what we have here. And you coming into the scene with the moon in reverse, is really kind of telling me this is a highly emotional time for you. You may be in a bit of confusion and fear, or just a high emotion point, maybe an up and down emotional period for you. You may have been on a roller coaster lately. You may feel on a roller coaster now. You don't see your person leaving the scene. You see them sticking with it. We've got the Six of Swords in the reverse. You don't see them leaving. You feel a high potential with them with the Ten of Discs. You feel hopeful. Part of you is feeling very hopeful. But yet you're really emotional. We're going to clarify some of this. Why are you so emotional? What has happened that's made you so emotional? And the undercurrent for the reading is this roller coastery, juggling a lot. Maybe there's two parties involved. Maybe there's a lack of decision happening. There's a bit of an upheaval, push-pull kind of an energy to this for both of you as an undercurrent energy in the reading. So let's see what that is about. There's definitely some mixed emotions here. You feel hopeful. You feel about them that they could be your everything. They could be your forever partner. I feel like they are, or they could be, or you're striving to keep them, or solidify them as the whole thing. You feel for them that they're like this whole scene of family, prosperity, abundance, affection. This is the card with everything. When you've reached the pinnacle of the Ten of Discs, you've reached that loving partnership, family bond, dogs, kids, the whole nine. So you feel that for them. This is really deep. You really feel that for them. They are coming into this November period with the energy of the Hierophant in reverse. So there may have been a recent upheaval or split, or you might be in a period of almost separation, or someone's thinking about a separation, because this to me is the marriage card or traditional partnership card when we're talking about it in a love relationship. And this would be that something may be on the fringe. So their energy is that it does just totally make sense that yours is in emotional upheaval and theirs is in some kind of upheaval when it comes to the relationship. Maybe there's some doubt cast upon this. They do see that you are coming out of the cold. They see you as hanging in there in some way. They don't see you as feeling dejected and rejected. They see you as maybe having recently felt some of that. They see you as coming back from that. They see you as, I think, somewhat resilient in that respect. The way they feel about you is difficult to know what we're going to clarify. If they feel about you that they feel that there's still a mode or a sense of having victory with you, if they feel clear about their feelings toward you, this can also mean that they feel clear. And there is an element that could say that they feel like they're kind of, cutting things out of their life right now. They're in a process of whittling things down. We'll see. I don't know that would say that that's you. I'm just saying they might be feeling with that upheaval in the partnership that they're cutting things or aspects. They're trying to get down to cut out the aspects that are not working. I also think there could be a sense here for some of you that they see you as wanting to swoop in and gain clarity and cut out what's not working, because the arm is kind of coming in this way. Okay, so the energy between the two of you is still this unconditional love, warmth energy. She does in the traditional tarot have the cup with a cover on it. So it could be that, there's some scrutiny involved, that it isn't so unconditional. But there is this loving and giving energy between the two of you. Whether it's been more so in the past than now, you could be the judge of that. But there's definitely this watery emotional connection between the two of you. The obstacle would be, how does that play out in the real world for us? Do we go good together when it comes to the day in and the day out? You could have literally a Queen of Pentacles that is an obstacle. A wife, somebody's wife could be an obstacle. Somebody's partner could be an obstacle. The ability to manifest is kind of stuck and not happening. But I actually think it's more like you guys have this like emotional connection and you've had it in the past. You see this future with them. One or both of you might be questioning, are we really making things happen on a practical level? Are we really manifesting together? The advice is actually saying Tower. The advice is saying maybe it is time to cut the wheat from the shaft and look at what is really going to stand the test of time. And if things are up in an upheaval, or things come to that, it's saying that's okay. It's saying do not despair, that what's meant to stand will stand. And there's always better things on the opposite end of the tower. The tower leaves beautiful things in its midst, but it does create upheaval for a bit. And I would say that you're already in some upheaval. It's just you're fearing it. You're fearing the change and you're fearing the upheaval. And you're highly emotional about it. And I think the advice would be for one or both of you that you don't fight the universe if something needs to kind of shift here. That seems to be what it is. The potential is, if you fight it too hard, might be inhibiting this spark, this passion, this creation together. There is a struggle to manifest, to spark this. What might have been passionate at the beginning might be waning. There might be some passion that's lacking in this relationship. And is somebody really busy or juggling another person or needing to make a decision and stuck in a decision? It is an infinite loop for me. It's a decent chance this is kind of a really highly connected soul connection. But there's definitely a lot of emotion attached. I'm not sure if you're even all revealing of it. I don't know if you're revealing of it, how much you care deep down or how much this has been troubling for you. You do feel for your person that they could have had a potential to be a really strong and enduring relationship. You don't really see them leaving, but obviously it's got you in some upheaval. You don't see them leaving. They see you as not too hurt, getting over it. Maybe you felt it initially. They do want to get to the heart of the matter. I think they want to get to the truth. Like maybe there's things you haven't told them and they want to get to the truth. So why are you feeling the moon upside down? Yeah, you're feeling out of balance. You're feeling out of balance and not being able to create. And this relationship has been through upheaval. Not being able to make a decision, not being able to create this very important relationship. It took a dive at some point, or it was upended. Okay, so that has thrown you for an emotional loop and maybe has you defensive or fearful about what's going on here. And you see your person is not, they're not leaving in your mind, they're not moving on. You see them as actually seeking their goals. Maybe they're making work happen. They're trying to fulfill their dreams. You see them as, not moving on from the relationship, and you also see them as investing in things that they think will bring them forward movement, maybe other areas of their life. And the way that reason you feel Ten of Pentacles about them, Tower, Judgment in the reverse. Yeah, so something really new coming into the picture, or something shocking around a decision that was made, lack of reciprocity. You see a decision that they made as kind of shocking to you because you expected them to be giving like they always did, and they're not. You kind of thought this was going to be enduring in the same way it always has been, but it was kind of surprising to you that they're not coming around like they were and giving as much as they used to. And the reason that they're kind of not putting stock in this partnership, not working at it, yet not moving on, not working at it, yet not moving on. There's an element, they might be somebody from work, but there's an element that they might be not moving on because they see a grain in someday connecting again. And the way that they see you is recovering over the fight. You're recovering over any disconnect. You're recovering over any loss. They do see you doing that. Any loss with the relationship. They do see you as the moon in reverse, though. They understand that deep down there's probably some emotional upheaval here. The energy between the two of you is still that Queen of Wands, that maybe somebody would take a risk and move forward, drop the hecticness, drop the busyness, and focus a little more on the relationship. There's still a hope for that between the two of you. There's an infinite connection here. The obstacle is the Queen of Pentacles, the Empress. There's some secrets that need to come out to manifest here. There's communication that would need to happen. There's definitely some clarity that would need to happen. And they feel about you that they need clarity. They need justice. They think you haven't been giving fairly. I think you both feel that you have not been giving, that you've not been putting energy into this. I think the two of you have a mutual feeling of that. And the advice is the Tower. You may need to end up walking away from something you invested in because it's not giving you what you need. It's not yielding a mutual affection, romantic fulfillment. And I hate to say that, but that's what the advice is. You may need to let the Tower fall a little because it's not returning the value in it for you. Walk away from the things that are not, working, or creating that level of discontent in your life and worry. You need to let go of the pain and the worry around this, a feeling of lack of confidence and lack of victory around it. One or both of you needs to let go of the pain and worry of this not working out the way you had hoped. And the Two of Discs is, there does need to be a decision here and a movement forward, setting some expectations. There's some expectations that some work will just not be put into this. Somebody's stonewalling. I think somebody's stonewalling. You or the other person has probably declared that there's a plan to not put more work into this. And I don't know who did it first, but I think you're both doing it. Yeah. So there's someone's not fighting for this anymore. One or both of you is not fighting for this anymore. Is not trying to manifest this anymore. So, I don't know what the prognosis is. It looks like there was still some very sweet love between the two of you. And it was at one point a very important relationship and you had thought it was going to last for a really long time, the person stopped giving. Maybe there was something you were triggering that they weren't getting from it, what you thought they were, and they stopped giving. But it's kind of a loop. And it doesn't look like either of you is really working hard on it right now. There's a burden around it. There's a burden around it in terms of manifesting it and controlling it. And there needs to be a chapter transmuting and ending here in order to get to the other side. You know, the wheel of fortune, up or down here, needs to move. The universe does have your back in it. Let the tower fall if it has to. Good things on the other side. Drop the burden. There's no sense living that way. If it's kind of like if it doesn't feel right, it doesn't. But I do think you do need to communicate how you're feeling. I think there's a secrecy here that the person you're dealing with probably doesn't even know. And if you two would just have a bit of like that come to Jesus, pardon the expression, conversation, you might at least both feel better about where this thing stands. Because to me, there is a bit of a stalemate happening here. Fear, emotions, reverse moon. You get it. You know, you feel that way. They see you that way. They want to get to the chase. They want to get to the truth, like what's really going on here. They're not going anywhere. I think they're not going anywhere. They're lingering. I think they're lingering because they need the truth. Because you haven't been revealing of your feelings. And I'm not sure if they have. So that's what I'm reading. Taurus-Gemini, I hope some of this made sense. Please let me know. I hope you have a great November. There'll be more coming, and this is just November, but this is definitely seeming to be a pretty important time connected to a fairly important relationship to you. So I wish you a lot of luck with it, and we'll talk to you soon.